Hello, and thank you for joining. Today, we will review how Ambiq is propelling the growth of digital health with its new generation of Apollo 4 SOCs. Ambiq's mission is simple: to enable intelligent devices everywhere. We do this by developing the lowest power semiconductor solutions needed to drive a more energy efficient, sustainable, and data driven world. Ambiq has been revolutionizing low power processing for 13 years. Headquartered in Austin, Texas, Ambiq has innovation centers all around the world, including Singapore, Japan, Poland, China, and Taiwan. Our company has grown to 230 proud employees, serving over 150 satisfied customers, and has shipped over 200 million units to date. Our dedicated teams are relentlessly innovative, pushing to bring energy efficient solutions to address the demands of fast growing markets in wearables and hearables, digital health, smart home, and industrial IoT. With a humble beginning, Ambiq's story of innovation starts at the University of Michigan, where it was founded in 2010. 2 years later, it launched its first ever commercial product with a real time clock that consumed 17 times lower power than other devices on the market at that time. By 2015, Ambiq unveiled Apollo, its first microcontroller architected with SPOT, demonstrating 10 times lower power than other solutions. In just 5 years, Ambiq released three new Apollo generations, adding more functionality and increased power efficiency with each new architecture. Household names like Fitbit, Garmin, Huawei, and Fossil adopted Ambiq for their cutting edge wearable solutions, and by 2020, over 100 million units were shipped. Just 2 years later, units sold doubled to a total exceeding 200 million units. In late 2022, the Apollo 4 family launched. In addition to an expanding portfolio and customer base, during this time, Ambiq has garnered a number of industry awards in innovation. Ambiq's advantage is with its subthreshold power optimization technology, also known as SPOT. Our innovative design allows for circuits to operate at a fraction of the voltage when compared to conventional circuit designs, which translates to exponentially lower energy savings. This allows for high compute capability that includes processing, inference, security, and connectivity, all in a small power footprint. Our technology experts navigate the challenges of these complex designs to compensate for process variations and voltage and temperature fluctuations. With 63 issued and pending patents, SPOT delivers the performance that ranks Ambiq lowest in dynamic power consumption amongst competing products in our space. The IoT market is booming. Gartner's forecast shows that the broader semiconductor market is growing at a CAGR of 6%, while the IoT semiconductor market is growing at a rapid CAGR of 14%. Within this market, Ambiq operates in the fastest growing segments, each which is expected to double by 2026. This includes 32-bit MCUs, wireless connectivity, and application processors. The AI-enabled segment of the semiconductor market is growing at a CAGR of 20%, while the IoT AI-enabled segment is growing at a rapid CAGR of 43%. Ambiq's existing and in development IoT AI-centric products will position us to service IoT discrete AI applications, a market projected to grow at 55% CAGR. Within the IoT space is the digital health market. Studies show that global remote patient monitoring market alone is projected to grow to 175 billion US dollars by the year 2027, more than triple its size from just a year ago in 2022. Data from health monitoring play an important role in patient safety, diagnostic imaging, doctor decision making, and clinical trials for new products. Ambic's advantage is well suited for this space. The patient has become the consumer. And as people are more invested in their health, there is an increased financial investment in non invasive health monitoring gadgets and smart apps. This leads to high competition amongst OEMs as consumers favor affordable, intuitive products with long battery life. From the healthcare provider's perspective, complex data processing can save time, money, and lives. Algorithms help healthcare providers determine a diagnosis sooner, create a holistic treatment plan, and make adjustments to the treatment more easily. Continuous monitoring reduces healthcare costs by lowering the frequency of unnecessary emergency room visits. With these monitoring devices, people in underserved communities can receive care. One of the benefits of this technology is a broader reach. Easy to access data and telehealth medicine enables a larger geographic reach, especially in rural areas with underfunded healthcare resources. The digital health market as a whole is a growing space, and Ambic is well positioned to service. This is where the Apollo 4 Lite and Blue Light fit in. These are the third variants to the award-winning Apollo 4 family of SoCs. The Apollo 4 Lite is a lightweight solution with optimized memory, peripherals, and features such as graphics and audio. It provides the backbone for precise data mining with the power efficiency needed in wearables, digital health, and a variety of battery operated endpoint devices. Developers can innovate compelling graphics with up to 60 frames per second, implement intelligence inferencing from smart sensors, and maintain security for BLE transmitted data, all at one-fourth of the dynamic power of competing devices. Our Apollo 4 family supports Ambic's HeartKit model suite, one of our many models developed on Ambic's AI SDK NeuralSpot. Developers can develop, debug, and deploy with confidence. secureSPOT is Ambic's security framework that is built using high-performing, secure hardware and software elements that are optimized for power-constrained endpoints. These include ARM Platform Security Architecture, PSA Level 1 certification, ARM Crypto Cell Hardware Accelerator macros, support for lifecycle states, secure debug, OTA, and wired updates. Security with flexibility key features include immutable secure boot implemented using root of trust, a secondary secure bootloader, one-time programmable memory, certificate chain-based verification, and true random number generation. The Apollo 4 Lite enables complex processing and computation by not only data mining from sensors, but making decisions based on said data. A wide variety of digital health products can benefit from the powerful and compact feature set of the Apollo 4 Lite. These include digital spirometers to detect lung obstruction and weaken breathing, smart scale that measures BMI, bone density, hydration levels, a pulse oximeter for blood oxygen health, sleep apnea for sleep obstruction, cardiac monitoring and abnormal heart rhythm detection, elderly care for fall detection and SOS assistance. A patient may use some or all of these devices to gather data and then securely transfer it to a smart device and the cloud where a healthcare provider can easily access a holistic profile of their wellness. There are three main benefits that the Apollo 4 Lite brings to a wearable device with graphics. The first is a rich memory footprint of 2 megabytes of non-volatile memory, 1 megabyte of SRAM, and 384 kilobytes of tightly coupled memory. Next is a high throughput memory and display interface. These include 3 multi-bit SPI interfaces working at 96 megahertz. There's a hex SPI for PSRAM, QSPI for display to support DDR mode, as well as an internal high bandwidth AXI bus. Lastly, the Apollo 4 Lite integrates a high efficiency 2.5D GPU with a high compression ratio and hardware that supports dithering and anti-aliasing. In most scenarios, it can support up to 60 frames per second with a 390 by 390 display. These features matter greatly for sports watches and fitness bands. The markets for these products have evolved to support a more sophisticated user experience. Compared to older models, new watches have a bigger focus on the fashion aesthetic, while also integrating health sensors and other functions to facilitate daily life, like wireless payment options and location services. Bigger displays with advanced animation require a dedicated graphics accelerator, more on chip memory, as well as a peripheral to support external memory with higher data bandwidth. Health functions require not just raw data, but analysis, which requires more complex algorithms and continuous data processing. All require more processing power, memory, and the ability to support different sensors simultaneously. New functions of location and payments also require connectivity to different and new external components, and sometimes further processing of incoming data. Finally, the most challenging point is all of these new features must not reduce the battery life. In many cases, the expectation is that with more features, there's an improvement on battery life. These levels of data analyses lead us to AI and the importance of high performance inference. As the complexity of processing increases, so does power consumption. This is one of the areas where the Apollo 4 family truly shines. We ran open source industry standard inference benchmarks and found that the Apollo 4 performed up to 9 times more efficiently than other Cortex M4 and M7 devices. This translates to more flexibility for developers. They can achieve a longer battery life with the same functionality. Alternatively, they can create a better endpoint AI device with the same battery, or by using the Apollo 4 family, developers can simply innovate something entirely new with more comprehensive AI functionality and a longer battery life. This is a high level overview of the key functions of the Apollo 4 Lite and Blue Light. These devices are architected with a Cortex M4 core that can operate at 96 or up to 192 megahertz. They contain 2 megabytes of non-volatile memory, a megabyte of SRAM, and 384 kilobytes of tightly coupled memory for low latency data transfer. An integrated 2.5D GPU supports dithering and anti-aliasing, as well as a QSPI display interface. The Apollo 4 Lite and Blue Light also include an audio subsystem with one stereo PDM interface and a full duplex I2S interface. It has hardware blocks for secureSPOT, which includes secure boot, crypto accelerators, key storage, and a random number generator. These devices include a rich peripheral set that includes an SDIO interface for eMMC external storage, a 16-bit SPI for fast PSRAM access, a general purpose ADC, and multiple SPI, I2C, and UART interfaces. The Apollo 4 Blue Light variant has a Bluetooth 5.1 radio with a dedicated Cortex M0 for Bluetooth stack, and the block supports Wi-Fi coexistence. The Apollo 4 Lite and Blue Light can be used as the main processor or a coprocessor in a larger system. There are up to 8 I2C and SPI interfaces and up to 4 UART interfaces. For a digital application, these can be connected to a variety of sensors. Some examples include force sensors, which can be used in kidney dialysis machines, airflow sensors used in anesthesia delivery systems, heart pumps, pressure sensors can be used in infusion pumps and sleep apnea machines. Oximeters measure the oxygen levels in blood. A glucometer measures the approximate blood glucose concentration. electrocardiogram sensor, which measures the electrical activity of the heart, a heart rate sensors, which counts the number of heart contractions per minute. There's also the option for electroencephalogram sensor, which measures the electrical activity of the brain. There's also the option for an electroencephalogram sensor, which measures the electrical activity of the brain, as well as an electromyogram sensor, which records the electrical activity by skeletal muscles. These are just a few examples. Additionally, the Apollo 4 Lite may be used to drive a display and, of course, options to expand memory for data storage. Some applications use NFC, and the Apollo 4 Lite can be used to establish the charging levels. Lastly, Bluetooth connectivity for secure data transfer is essential, especially for when the device is used as a main processor. But expanded connectivity options to Wi-Fi and others are available using a UART device. Thank you for the opportunity to have us share our exciting new Apollo 4 Lite and Blue Light variants. Check out our website for more information.